So I've been getting a lot of questions lately as to how I am connected in the dance community and also how I got my start DJing. So I thought I'd cover those in one fell swoop. Um, the biggest part is that I actually started DJing because I was looking to do a dancers event. I wanted I wanted a place where people that dance could actually go and dance and still drink. So being able to go out to a bar and finding salsa, bachata, hip hop, swing, and be able to actually go through and blend them. So, like, I've been dancing more or less all my life. It's been a very big part of my life. Uh, Started with hip hop. My mom put me in some ballet classes. I started my first ever partner dancing moment was when I tried to learn waltz on YouTube. That's how I started learning. More so because it was one of those that I'd watch videos and be like, oh, that looks fancy and whatnot. Like, do people do that? Like, that looks awesome. It'd be dope to actually know how to do that. And then, like, with movies like Dirty Dancing and a little bit of Step Up and um, my personal favorite, either, what is it, Stomp the Yard or the one with Julia Stiles. Shoot, what was that? What was the name of that one? Save the Last Dance? So, that's honestly how I got my start DJing. I wanted to find a place where people could dance, and I started out at Roosters out in South Tulsa with Nicole. Nicole got me started. She was like, yeah, sure, this sounds like a fun idea. Let's see what we can do with it. And we got a little bit of traction going, and then a few nights I was doing it was really slow when I started doing some just other styles, whether it was like actual club music, this, that, and the other. And she was like, oh shoot, you can actually DJ. I was like, sure. But that's honestly how I got my start DJing. I mean, I took a class online just to kind of see what the basics were. It was one of those where it was like, oh, okay, well, like now I know where a lot of the styles came from. And I love being able to research styles, whether it's bachata, salsa, boom bap, reggaeton, dance hall, calypso, ska. I love it all. I love playing with it all. I love being able to go through and do a lot more stuff with it. So that being said, I wanted to do a lot more electronic music, but it ended up that as much as Tulsa's ready for it, it's not super on the forefront as it once was, say, like in 2010, 2000 maybe 15, where it was all like party music and LMFAO and all that, whatever. But started getting my start doing that. Started playing with a lot of bars and whatnot, expanding my styles, being able to do as many different electronic styles, this, that, and the other. And I started out doing a lot more production, and then I started getting busier, and production, or well, sound design more than anything, fell to the wayside. And so then I started being able to go out dancing. The first place I actually learned to partner dance was an event that happened every Sunday called The Underground, and it was a swing dancing group that hung out at the Riverwalk way back when, and it was every Sunday, and I just fell in head first. Because of my background in hip hop, it was a little bit easier to grasp. So I played with that style, and then from there, Jamin and Gina brought me into some of the bigger aspects of it. Toss was the place to dance that style at that time, and still very much is. Then started doing classes and traveling and being able to go out of state and doing so many dances. And then I started doing more work at night with DJing. And so as I started doing more of that, it took away from me being able to dance as much. And then fast forward 2 years, like year and a half, 2 years, I started trying to get back into dancing, and salsa, bachata was around the area that I started with. Miami nights on Thursday nights, being able to go through and learn different styles with that, and trying to make it out to classes when I could. And then I started getting busier, and I wasn't able to do as much, and trying to balance that work to fun ratio. But yeah, went through, did that. I'm still getting better at it slowly, but then I started getting into trying to blend the DJing side and the dancing side. Outside of my first attempt out at Roosters, my boy Christian actually ended up hitting me up about this party that he wanted to throw, and I was like, oh, that sounds dope. Actually, I've been looking for a place to be able to do that, and thus far I haven't found it. So he was like, all right, that's cool. Well, here's what we're gonna do. And we ended up going through, getting everything ready, doing minimal prep, but just making sure that it was true to its name. It was a dancers hangout event, and 4 events later, it's one of the biggest events during the month that I do. I think the last time we had somewhere around 400 or so people, but yeah, it was one of those that I didn't think it would take off as quickly as it did, but the fact that a lot of dancers are able to dance within their own style, but then when you try and switch into another style, you don't have anything to necessarily go off of. You don't know where people dance. You're not really sure who are the people that you should link up with to be able to get into more dances and finding more things and all that. So being able to do the dancers event has been my pride and joy, and very much one of those that I will try and keep going as long as I can in whatever facet or iteration. And my goal is to be able to bring more dancing to Tulsa, whether it's in a private event or if I can keep doing more public events. So I look forward to seeing you guys out on the dance floor, or if it's a private event, out doing whatever. Yeah, so I will keep you guys posted. If you like my Facebook page or my Instagram, my Facebook page, ECOG Tulsa, or Instagram ECOG Tulsa. I try and stay very current on all the things that I'm doing, all the things that I am pushing for, whether it's a public gig, private gig, or an invitation only gig. So I will keep you guys posted. I look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you guys so much for all your support, and I look forward to being able to do bigger, better, more integrated things in the future. So thank you guys, and you guys come find me, come dance. Later.